Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending machines or crafted at a workbench using materials like this collection of scrap metal and powder.
I think you've done enough damage. And I suddenly find myself needing to clean up somebody else's mess. So I don't rightly have time for guests. Please leave.
Lay low, Commander!
Yeah. No, Jackson, don't!
Don't fret. With these boots, I can fly!
Hal? Are you breathing? Say something! Oh, law. I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they gonna put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease your jawing. This ain't the time. Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall? Tragically, yes. If you gaze beneath us, you'll find a slew of blood and gore in the gears of this platform's articulating arm. That's Ida. She jumped there as we ascended. I can't fathom no sensible motive. She joined us shortly after Auntie liberated her with the freedom of meritocracy, and she seemed happy enough.
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal subject. It was part of the endless inculcation we endured in the Protectorate. It can prove insurmountable for some.
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself, even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder, it's just impossible to cognize. Yes! Yes, please. We've been stranded up here since Ida jumped, and we're getting a little lightheaded from the lack of food and water. The reason Jackson tried using those plasma thruster boots was to gather a piece of machinery we'd spotted on a little table halfway up the spire.
It's a drive overloader. If we install it, we can push the platform's arm hard enough to... well, to grind old Ida out of the gears.
Though the power of that overloader will deluge the system and, well, overload the drive and burn it out all permanent-like. But desperate times and all that.
So if you were to use them boots to bound up the spire and deliver the overloader to us, we'd avoid the tragic fate of our two former cohorts.
Exactly!
Thank the Sovereign... thank you, stranger. We are eagerly anticipating a long life utterly absent of starvation. Oh, you're by our crop of Brachythecium rutamulum. They're found in bandages and burn tinctures. If you don't have that drive overloader, ascending may be a waste.
That's it? It was that easy? That was some impressive climbing. Poor Jackson could have learned a thing or two from you. Starting with the right direction to jump, I suppose. Wonderful. Get us down, and I'll happily compensate you in accordance with standard Auntie's Choice urgently improvised extortive standards.
You're really something else, stranger. Thank you for getting us down. You're really something.
Oh, thank the law. I never thought of myself as a vertiginous sort, but being trapped 100 meters in the air will make you reconsider.
I mirror that sentiment, to be certain. In fact, Auntie will have to pay me triple if heights are to be involved. And isn't it grand to be in a system that allows me that freedom?
What do you mean? You're already getting our urgently improvised extortive rate. Oh, that. Of course that's why you deserve extra. Apologies for forgetting. I was overcome with relief. Here's what I would have paid already, with a little extra on top.
You're really something else, stranger. Thank you for getting us down.
Armed and ready.
Cutshell here, with the only task I'm unwilling to delegate. Logging our progress in the Promotion Acceleration Program.
Who would you delegate to? We're the only ones left.
For once, you make a point, Cobb. Today's exercise really narrowed the playing field. We were tasked to analyze how the introduced Raptidon population adapted to the island. I'll admit, I took a
Straight up.
Looks like a fight.
See those burrows? The skeleton's nearby. And if it's as nearby as I think, it don't bode well for those scientists. Well, you hate to be proven right. These folk have been dead a while. And that must be the machinery Doc mentioned. Over here, Commander. Huh. Seems this terminal reroutes power to speakers around the cave. They were using sound to lure the Crabbles out. Let's see here. Generator's back on. Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play.
Armed and ready. Ain't making it easy for us. Watch yourself. Commander, you're bleeding. Wakes me up. I'd do it for you. Brawl.
Well, you hate to be proven right. These folk have been dead a while. And that must be the machinery Doc mentioned. Over here, Commander. Huh. Seems this terminal reroutes power to speakers around the cave. They were using sound to lure the Krabbles out. Let's see here. Generator's back on. Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play.
In business.
Nice work.
Resuming
Mind
hostilities.
bringing it over here so I can take a gander? Muscular reticulation's still intact. Cartilaginous integrity mostly sound. A good clean cut. And the pincer's still sharp. Yeah, this'll do just fine. Shame about all the scientists, though. I was hoping this wouldn't be too steep a price. If you still got some hunting you, that Raptidon matriarch's on the loose. Her den's not far from the Vox Relay up north. Elsewise, we head back to Fairfield and speak to Doc Tinsley. North it is. After you.
Ready to assist with your needs.
No, wait. I don't need refreshment. I'm so refreshed. Yep, that's me. Refreshed like a really refreshed guy. Hello. How are you, El? How are you doing today? I'm spectacular according to Regulation 1, 2, potato. I'm just, that sounds correct. What I need is potatoes.
Calls not yet charged.
Another executive training exercise in the books. Another clear winner. Me.
Ain't a contest, Cutshaw.
Lucky for you. Today sure wasn't. No, we're all here because Ormsby thinks we're VP material. But it's obvious who's got the gray matter in this outfit. Take today's activity. Demonstrate market dominance with a corporate logo competitors will see from orbit.
Negative.
The
Pharmaceutical
results
reload
speak for
in
themselves.
That rubbish
Requested
pile
assistance
you could drop
currently
everyone into
unavailable.
building? The giant AC?
We work for Auntie's Choice. What's your point?
Well, it's awful convenient that your own initials are...
Okay, on to the fourth activity. This is Albert Cutshaw, sanitation specialist, future big-time VP, signing off.
Oh, Lucy. What am I gonna do if something terrible happens to you? I don't suppose you know anything about Crabble medicine, do you? So, it seems as though the issue ultimately boils down to two words. Purpleberry Crunch. Yeah. I brought a box from that fancy new shop in town, and Lucy... Oh, this is Lucy, by the way. Little Lucy became fully frantic when she smelled it, so I figured it couldn't hurt. The box says they're packed with healthy preservatives, so it's gotta be good for you, right? But I guess I was wrong. Now she won't get up. And these Crabbles, they mean the world to us. We raised them from hatchlings, and I'll be broken if Lucy dies because of me. Any help you can offer is more than I've been able to do for her so far, and I'd be grateful for the try. She's getting up! She looks fine. I can hardly believe my lamps. Looks like she's feeling much better, and I think she's taken a liking to you. Good luck shaking her off you now. Once they're smitten, they try and stick to you like a canid. Now, I don't have too many bits to pay you with, but this'll unlock that old safe in the house. It wasn't mine to begin with, so you're welcome to anything in it.
Emergency protocol.
something.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinating, complex ecological network.
Greetings.
Glorious bounty for all.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance. I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts. We are of like minds. We lack not the skill to do so. Our wily chief mechanist can reprogram the mech, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts. Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? The announcements were obliged to repeat incessantly. Well, allow me to paraphrase. Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to Auntie's choice saboteurs. These fine and decent folk don't deserve having their lives thrown away on account of my failures. If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such.
Look around. If the Protectorate wanted to do right by you, you wouldn't be starving and wallowing in this metal quagmire. You want to help your people? Go to Fairfield.
Fairfield? Why, they're the reason we're in this mess. You'll forgive me for questioning such timely offers of generosity and kindness. No thank you, not interested. I owe it to every single person here to try.
We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
What sort of payment do you seek? Don't imagine we have much you need. Enough to lead and inspire those who work there, once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. Why do you ask? I don't know what an Earth Directorate is, and I'd thought we were past the need for being coy, but fine. I'll extend you my trust as a show of good faith. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you means to get inside. Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in.
Or the base individualists within Auntie's
Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now my subjects will have a fleeting chance. The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, under any circumstances, tell those stationed there why you need them. To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here. Farewell now.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate seal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste.
Have time for a chat, Commander? This is a delicate situation. You reckon we help folk here get back on their feet? Or do what the Minister asked? Well, if we help Westport, the Vigilant has promised to get us into the box. Folk here could rebuild their community. Maybe. But it's only delaying the inevitable, if you ask me. If we convince these folk to join up with Auntie's Choice, they can start new lives away from the Protectorate guillotine. They'd be grateful once they see what we got on offer. Plus, the Minister's deal was clear. Do this, and he'll tell you how to gain entrance to the box. So you'd still get what you're after. The whereabouts of DeVries, right? You got it. Let's start conversating. The sooner we know how folk really feel about living here, the sooner we'll know who to butter up.
Outsider?
Purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well.
Well, it's infected. Redstone arrives soon, we'll have to start cutting.
I wish everyone's neighbor Prudence was my actual neighbor. Except my domicile is presently underwater.
You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle. Don't suppose you have any medical supplies to spare, do you? That you might kindly consider donating? Oh, no thank you. Not looking for anything that does more harm than good. I have enough ailments to manage already. From what I've heard about Auntie's medicaments, might poison a patient or cause them to grow an extra head or something. Never know what they're testing out on you.
My extra parts aren't side effects. That's your implication. And anyhow, I should think some minor side effects would be preferable to dying.
Honestly? Well, I'm a reasonable judge of character, and you seem upright. On behalf of my patients and I, thank you. We're all grateful. Guess outsiders aren't all just base individualists like they say on the wireless. Barring this being some tricky sales strategy, that is. This is a good start, but I fear it won't last long. Wouldn't happen to know a reliable means to procure more, would you? They'd sell to us? Those medicaments you gave us before? No, never. You must think me easily hoodwinked. Our societies are sworn enemies. This is dangerous talk, friend. We've already been branded traitors. If we give them any excuse now, they'll send in the Arbiters directly. Not seeing a wealth of options here at present. I can watch my patients die, then face execution, or we can resettle elsewhere and remain alive. I lean toward the latter. The abandoned section of Westport ought to have some supplies. Should be enough medicaments down there to help our injured survive the trip to Fairfield. It's perilous, though. Well now, that should do nicely. Thank you. Hope those Crabbles didn't give you too much trouble. I recognize these patients require more care than I'm able to provide here. Seems like in Fairfield, I can get them the help they require. The one last additional thing we'll need is for Vigilant Hogarth to agree to it. It's less a concern about disloyalty, and more my respect for his abilities. He's a skilled leader, and we could sorely use his aid, from coordinating logistics to keeping up morale. I'll surely have my hands full with my patients. His presence on the journey would save lives. All right, be careful out there.
Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of perfect symmetry.
Has the Sovereign said how many of those pills were each allowed? It must be at least a fistful more.
The matriarch chose Eden because she
Glad the wireless told me that I'm happy and everything's splendid. I was tempted to feel sad after the ocean flooded my house.
meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious...
Trust the plan. There's that progress. I was sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding. Then the wireless told me everything was splendid. Now I feel much better.
Were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and
all these vexatious disruptions keep falling Westport. When are things gonna settle back again?
The firm benevolent hand of the Sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect
I had a nightmare that the matriarch didn't gift us the paradigm, and we were left to scramble for Prudence dictates. We cherish all we
May the
have
Sovereign guide you.
and defend it.
Is it strenuous or stressful? Food is nutritious and
No, I just feel sad for them. Even in their name.
Prudence dictates. We take a moment to
Hey there, go-getter. Why, hello again. Any new business to discuss involving secret sympathies and sugary spoils?
Fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Really? What was he like? Bold, assertive, with a wildly obstreperous theatrical air?
the native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich
An audacious proposal. Yet this place, despite its recent humidity, remains comfortable and familiar.
through the sovereign devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how.
With a full case, I might gorge upon such sweet goodness morning, noon, and night. All right, hand it over. Oh, but what would vigilant Hogarth say? What would everyone say? I can scarcely imagine it. Abandoning my community only to satisfy my gastronomical urges and risk-taking attitude. No, I couldn't leave unless Hogarth ordered everyone to go. Righto! Well, you seem rather confident. Best of luck, I suppose. You are surely going to need it. Please inform me if, when, of course, you receive it.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate seal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea. It's the
subjects within and without earshot. What do I provide? Information. Did you know that at Auntie's Choice, we don't pre-select your assignment at birth? It's true. No computronic doodads.
That doesn't sound like a sanctioned communication.
The announcer's voice is so smooth, mellifluous, persuasive.
Try not to think. It'll only make you unhappy.
You reckon individualists ever get tired just thinking about themselves?
Personal freedom pervades every aspect of life and education. Choice is in the name for a reason, my good subjects. Without further ado, I hereby extend my personal invitation to you all to join us in Fairfield and sample our...
Greetings, non-protectorate wretches. With regret, I must inform you that those outside our glorious society may not take freely from our stocks, as our subjects do. However, I may offer you a limited selection of premium items for moderate respective fees. Initiating.
Auntie's choice. Remember, Auntie knows best.
Salutations, Arcadia. Auntie Cleo here with a direct message to all Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot of hooey about all of us at Auntie's choice. Your so-called superiors would have you believe that scrupulous interlopers intent on stealing the very bread off your plate. Tut-tut! No! Nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your auntie. They say they offer you direction.
I'm loath to admit it, but the enemy propaganda sure does sound delicious.
Slave! They say you're part of a community.
Prudence dictates we remain
To
productive.
inform on a neighbor is a blessing, Prudence says. I'm still waiting for a few thank yous.
We're providers, liberators, free trade and self-government throughout the galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you...
Conversation is not possible at this or any time.
Join us, embrace freedom, revel in choice. Auntie's choice.
Introducing Auntie's new specialty drink. That's the sound of me throwing caution. Wait for permission. I see my opportunity.
Your medical supplies dwindle as your roofs threaten to collapse atop you. And flee though you may, your sovereign is silent. This suffering cannot continue. Listen to your heart. Come to
People have been complaining about those apples.
Yeah.
That endless yattering is more insipid than I'd imagined.
Easeful release from Arcadian allergens of all kinds. Use Falderol.
Ah, the itinerant stranger returns. Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse. When I look outside, I see people who are hardy and resilient, who trust the paradigm, who understand prosperity will return with time and group effort. I have the aid of key pillars of our community, several persons of note and good character who stand with and by me, and our town still functions. Despite that vacuous nonsense blaring from our loudspeakers, we are still able to see to our subjects' needs. We have a generator to power our mechs and a fresh water supply.
Slurrylose, a flavorsome new artificial sweetener made from the reprocessed runoff of industrial facilities, chemical plants, slaughterhouses, and stockyards. Not only does it save the company a fortune, it's...
Mock me if you must, but the matriarch herself made great. I have a bright... What all of us need most here are those auto-mechanical parts. Now please, make haste retrieving them. Parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the... Now...
Auntie's choice. We put the art in artificial.
What nature made accidentally, we created on purpose.
Purple Berry Crunch. Accept no imitations. The K lets you know it's authentic. Now with 110% of your daily chemicals and preservatives. Say, you've got your alien planting corollary in my invasive species.
Everyone knows Salubri's concoction. Supposed to taste good.
I'll say. It's like...
Why do those advertisements never stop?
They never stop.
Surely there is no... Nobody in Antioch.
Additional health benefits, none of the delicious taste. New from Auntie's Choice. Where nature ends, we begin. Give Auntie 2 bits, and she'll give you some new glitz. Give Auntie 5 bits, and she'll give you a facial spritz.
That didn't sound like Prudence at all. Huh. Well, I'll be. Did you hear that? Must be wholly accurate and true since I heard it on the loudspeaker. Oh, excuse me. Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile. Oh, glad to hear. Probably sprung an important task on you afterwards, I'd wager. I mentioned to the Vigilant how I'd reset my chef mech to prepare meals to my liking. Next thing you know, he puts me in charge of repairing all the mechs in Westport. Got something on my mind. Did you hear that message over the loudspeakers? About choosing your chosen profession? That Milver Street fellow said in Fairfield you can, if I understood correctly, opt for any job you show proficiency. Could that truly be true? Or is it a base falsity foisted by Auntie's choice to, you know, undermine Protectorate subjects' unflagging resolve? You don't say. Huh. So it's only here with our, perfect society that it works our way. How, fortunate for us all to benefit from such judicious guidance. That's a right intriguing proposition. I do wonder what it's like to have a choice about things. If it weren't for Vigilant Hogarth, I do believe I'd scupper off to, well, you know where. Yeah. You convince him, I'm in. But I owe him enough I wouldn't abandon him for nothing.
We're unscrupulous interlopers, intent on stealing the very bread off your plate.
Fairfield, here we come. I mean, once the Vigilant says so.
Listen to your auntie. They say they offer you direction, meaning her.
Suspicious data.
It's a probe!
The wireless said that flooding Westport is routine maintenance to remove the dust. Are we amply sustaining the system right now?
Do the advertisements help Auntie's folks straighten out their minds? Is it their version of our
Falderall's mollifying demulcent. An easeful release from Arcadian allergens of all kinds. Use Falderall's mollifying demulcent and breathe easy once again. Falderall, the most trusted name in exo-anti-allergenics. Too much Spacer's Ale? Try Auntie's Choice Pep Pills. Good for what ails you. Our Iffy Jiffy Mail Order Division informs it is now offering the Pen Pharmacon 5 walk-in industrial microwave. Only developed for secret research laboratories for purposes of the Pen Pharmacon 5 is now available to you, the unremarkable everyday consumer. Step inside and let electric waves bathe over you, exciting new molecules and curing such ailments as sciatica, narcolepsy, rickets, night sweats, and collectivism. Not recommended for longer than 1 second at a time. Not responsible for temporary or permanent damage to eyes, teeth, skin, or general lifespan. Ask your doctor if a walk-in industrial microwave is right for you. Whether it's an Orifin.
Literally everything I own is underwater.
This unit beautifully acknowledges your presence.
Not only does it save the company a fortune, it's so unnaturally sweet. Products. Auntie's Choice. We put the art in artificial.
Nature made accidentally.
That vacuous cacophony sets my teeth on edge. Well, look who it is. What is it? Speak your mind. Thought you'd agreed to help us, not those corporate heathens. Not my favorite topic of discourse, but I do like the cut of your jib. Very well. State your piece. But it's not everyone, is it? I'm sure it's not. The majority of my subjects are steadfastly loyal, resolute, right as rain. Oh, I would love to argue that this is not the case, but I fear you are correct. This war, this devastation, it can't be denied they've taken their toll. Ultimately, I regard their well-being above all, but the joke is on you, really. And them, I suppose. Don't you see? We're all traitors. I no longer hold any authority over anyone. But if they still wish my blessing, it is theirs. My former subjects are free to live an empty life with Auntie's Choice. I'll make an announcement. Order them to depart for Fairfield. But I will be staying. Should I? Haven't I failed them enough for one lifetime? No. I will stay here and loyally await the judgment I richly deserve.
Arcadia, Auntie Cleo here with a direct message to all Protectorate subjects listening.
Adherents are expected to hold firm to the end. Such is the degree of our devotion.
At Auntie's choice, your so-called superiors would have you believe we're unscrupulous.
Oh, come now. I am a vigilant of the Protectorate. I have endured untold hardships, countless battles. What's a little avatar? Oh, it never stops. The tumult of duplicitous lies. You're right. I can't withstand this inane onslaught much longer alone. At least in Fairfield, I'll have company in adversity. Unsure how I'll endure such an empty existence. Perhaps, if I offer my old subjects periodic advice, our sense of community may somehow, despite the wiles of commercialism, remain. All right then. Suppose it's time to make my announcement.
It's never too late to rebrand and start anew. Join us, embrace freedom, revel in choice. Auntie's choice.
Attention, everyone. Attention. I, Vigilant Ogden Hogarth, hereby do order all subjects under my command to abandon the settlement of Westport at the earliest possible juncture. You are to depart for the township of Fairfield, safely and together. Once there, you are to appeal to local authorities for citizenship with Auntie's choice. Thereupon, you are thus and forevermore relieved of your duties as subjects of the Protectorate. This is a direct order from your Vigilant and is not to be questioned and cannot be countermanded. Now see to your preparations. I will join you shortly. Need a moment to let this all settle in. I will be on my way by and by.
For it to be gone.
Just hope the Arbiters don't get sore about us leaving. Well,
Trooper Ceylon, you are showing increased levels of agitation. Is something the matter?
My arm feels like it's on fire. I got no sleep last night. Boy, damn twitching in my shoulder won't stop.
Have you been observing Dr. Tinsley's protocol?
Ain't much protocol aside from drink water and try not to die. Oh, yeah.
Figured this ship would have departed by now. You know how Sentinels are. They take their time with traitors and instigators. Say, disruptive influences!
Back again. Thought we were done for now. Break as many fingers as pleases you. Still won't change my tune. Wait. Who are you? I'm certain I haven't seen you before. I remember all my oppressors. Thought I was hearing things earlier, but I know no one by that name. And now you invoke the name of a dead man to gain my trust. Clever, but not clever enough. I'd sooner trust a rabid crabble than a stranger arriving out of the blue. Go ply your deceits elsewhere. Leave me to my undertaking.
Agent Ibarra's presence may be useful here to convince the prisoner of your intentions, Commander.
Stringing up their own people. Sick bastards.
Damn bodies. Why can't we just...
You again. I heard fighting. What's going on?
We're not Protectorate. We're your ticket out of this hotbox. Esculepe sent us.
Esculepe? Zeb sent you? Wait, you're Niles, aren't you? Count on Zeb to go as far as raising the dead to help. But it's too late. That wasn't meant to be pointed. I'm sure it wasn't easy getting this far, what with that tyrant warden at the bridge.
Law. The others don't look like they suffered easy deaths. What happened?
Montelli, damn him! He executed March and Pharaoh outright, ranting about traitors. Then the Consul Sentinel arrived to conduct a preliminary interrogation. She tortured us for information. The others didn't survive her enthusiasm for the work. I'm only here because the Consul wants someone brought back to him, alive. Lucky me. Thanks. Can't take all the credit, though. The Sentinel seemed spent by the time she got to me. Wore herself out on the others, I guess. Quick, though, before I forget or we're interrupted, I memorized the cipher. It's 02519W. Should help Zeb decode the intelligence we sent him a whole lot faster. Please don't think me ungrateful for your efforts, but I'm not going anywhere.
If you're too hurt to walk, I'm sure the commander and I could...
No, it's not that. I need the Sentinel to take me onto that transport. I want her to think she's won. And then, just as we leave orbit, I'm going to blow her pretty ship to pieces.
That might just be the most ruthless bait and switch I ever heard. Your friends ought to be proud.
Thanks. Funny what ideas come into your head after losing a molar. I'm no martyr. If there was another way to protect Zebulon and our cell, I'd take it. But if I escape, the Protectorate will pursue me, and everyone I care about will be in danger. I'll make it look like an accident. Mechanical failure. When I was being tortured, I saw some frayed wires near the fuel system. With the right spark, I think I can ignite it.
I have my doubts. Even if she managed to spark a few wires, that ship's bound to have a fire suppression system. It would kick in if there was any real ignition.
What do you propose, then?
Not blowing yourself up, for starters.
You know how relentless the Protectorate is. But if I die, that's the end of it. The Consul will turn his attention elsewhere, and our cause can continue in the shadows. Please, if you can help me sabotage the transport, then help me. We don't have much time.
Might be I could sabotage the transport from the outside. Make it look like negligent maintenance. What do you think, Commander?
The others paid with their blood to protect the cause. How can I be unwilling to do the same? All right. I'm going to trust you on this, if only because I don't feel my head screwed on quite right at the moment. I just hope you're not wrong. No point in remaining here then, is there? Especially since you've already gone to the trouble of unlocking the gate. Tell Zeb I'll rendezvous with him later, somewhere safe. One last request. Don't damage the transport. A lone escapee is already insult, but a Sentinel killed, her transport destroyed? The Protectorate won't ignore such outright injury. Anyway, thank you again. Look after yourselves.
I know what Audra said, but... what if she's wrong? I can't help thinking we shouldn't leave without blooding in the Protectorate's nose first. I could still go through with our plan from before. Sabotage the transport, make it look like an accident. Wouldn't be hard. I'm torn. On the one hand, Audra might be right. But when else are we gonna have a chance to take out one of the Consul's lackeys and a Protectorate vessel in one go? She was ready to fulminate herself before we talked her out of it. I'm just saying, maybe she ain't thinking so straight. That Sentinel's not gonna stop. She'll find new targets, new people to torture and kill. If we do nothing now, their blood will be on our hands. I've spent 10 years on the sidelines, watching people suffer, not being able to do a thing about it. We can do something here. So shouldn't we? Thank you, Commander. Stay put. Shouldn't take me too long. Done. Won't go into the particulars, but you can trust that ship will blow the moment it hits orbit. Let's get back to Zeb. He still needs a cipher, and he'll want to hear about what happened with Audra.
Prisoner 34989-393A. There is no place for you in the Paradigm. You are hereby sentenced to death for the crimes of desertion and opposing the lawful authority of the Protectorate.
No!
Any closer. Oh, you're not Protectorate. Huh?
It's a brawl.
What's that noise?
Looks like a fight.
Don't make me bury another agent!
Let me know what you need as a str-
Keep howling. We're coming for you. Let's put our heads together. See these half-eaten remains? They're a sign. Matriarchs lose their appetite when they're on the verge of going into a state of torpor. She'll have retreated into hiding to conserve her energy. But I got one way to get her attention. Hey, if I don't celebrate my own stroke of genius, who will? I'm just happy my acquaintance with these creatures counted for something. You know how Doc mentioned pheromones? Well, just so happened that I procured some Raptidon glandular extract in my travels. Should do the trick. A matriarch with 3 full stomachs ain't coming out of hibernation unless she senses a threat to her authority. She hates rivals. All right, let's do this.
Time to earn my commission. In business.
Phew. We should harvest a limb from the mate. That's the limb. Bring it here, would ya? Law, look at this part. That's twice the muscle mass of a Raptidon hunter. Undamaged nerve endings? Even the coloration's to my liking. Can't ever discount the aesthetics. You're no slouch, you know that? If we had more soldiers with your talent, we would have taken Eden months ago. You earned it. Whenever you're ready, we should head back to Fairfield. Have a word with Doc Tinsley now that I have both the skeleton and matriarch specimens. In honesty, I don't know which one I should ask Doc to patch me up with. Can't go wrong with either, but one could be the better choice. If you've got an opinion, I'm keen to hear it. The material we harvested from the skeleton crabble could allow me to fire off scalding shell shards. They'd pierce through armor easily, I imagine. And the part from the Raptidon matriarch should let me camouflage myself at will, like other Raps can. I'd be able to close the distance and heal you up without the enemy noticing. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm good to head to Doc's lab with the news and this part when you are. Huh. This drainage pipe must be coming right from the Vox relay. They're lucky the Raps ain't chewed their way through yet.
Take the pressure off with Anti-Fizzos. Bottled under more than 3 atmospheres of pressure.
I've been bartering with the defectors. Traded one force rocket for a whole cannon for speed force.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of...
Yeah, been gone a while. How'd it go? Tell me you got good news. Why, that's terrible. But you said you have the schematics? I'll take those. What? Sovereign's finest potato corollary peeler? This was supposed to be a guaranteed bestseller. Who in their right mind would... Jackson, you idiot! Ah! It's a good thing he's dead, because if he wasn't, I'd kill him! There's no... God damn it! I'm never getting that promotion. This was supposed to be my easy path to a promotion. Must be something I can do to salvage this. Tell me, did you come across any other advanced Protectorate technology while you were there? Anything more, well, easily marketable? If I only had something, anything else to provide management, my sad, sorry fate might have been somehow averted. Well, here's all I can spare in regards to your compensation. Try not to spend it all in one place. It's supposed to be categorically bad for commerce. In the unlikely event things somehow pan out and I get that big promotion, I'll see you're taken care of. Until then, take care.
Every time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself,
Back again? I hope the hunting has gone well. Certainly, if you've procured the right materials. I've been fine-tuning the procedure in the meantime. I do believe it'll be as smooth as Crabble butter.
I'm gonna assume Crabble butter's especially smooth, because I'm ready to feel like myself again. I've decided on the skeleton Crabble graft. It's time for the program to branch out, and I expect this claw will serve me mighty well. If you don't mind, I'll go ahead and take this spare part off your hands for my own research.
Oh, the skeleton Crabble will be a splendid match for you, Inez. Go on now. Get sorted while I get this machine up and running. Mind the Raptidon drool on the table. No need to be nervous. I promise.
Thank you for the bedside manner, Commander. As you can tell, I've got a nervous temperament and jump at the sight of my own shadow.
Enough distractions, please. I need the utmost focus for my work. This is beautiful work. My best yet. How does the limb feel, Inez? Any numbness? Pain?
Yeah, both. Body's not accustomed to the presence of another limb. Feels like I've got an extra passenger in my nervous system. But it certainly beats feeling like I'm bleeding on the inside. Or fighting the urge to feast on raw human flesh. Like last time.
Well, I'll certainly be having words with that surgeon, leaving you in a state like that. Now, you come back straight away if anything bothers you.
Will do, Doc. I thank you. And you, Commander, without your help, I don't know what I might have done. Whatever you need going forward, I'm there. You got my word.
Oh, no! Ain't gonna let you hurt Doc.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Back again? I hope the hunting is... Sir?
I'm gonna... I've decided if you don't...
Oh, this... Go on now. Get sorted while I get this machine up.
Thank you for the...
Enough distract... This is beautiful.
But it's...
Well...
Will do. And you...
You've lifted my spirits
right out of their doldrums. Our new guests have just arrived. Here, a considerable reward for your considerable efforts. Had anyone asked, I would have bet a year's pay against your capturing the hearts and minds of the denizens of Westport, and it seems I would have been out a great deal of bits. I've two minds about the convertees. Anyone with eyes can see they need guidance, but a pernicious system is not easily abandoned. Have you any thoughts? Trust will take time to build, time and patience. But that is an investment I am ready to make. You've given me a great deal to think about. I am in your debt. I cannot overstate what a capital compatriot you've been, my friend. Now be off. I've many refugees to see to. Plan is such a strong word. Let's call it a hunch. Consider this your first lesson in propaganda. Find whatever your target desires most and use it towards your own ends. Speak with Vigilant Hogarth in the building beside the saloon. He was in charge around here before we arrived. I have no doubt he knows vital information to the Vox's functioning. Now, should you ever find yourself visiting the ACS Undisputed Claim, do come see me. I've no doubt that when we next meet, I'll have risen 6 ranks, at least. Farewell!
Hey there, go-getter. Oh, hello. Pardon if I'm a bit distracted. I'm just so happy to be here. I am well into that case of Purpleberry Crunch you bestowed to me. Did you know Auntie's Choice have other products that are just as bad for you as well? Oh, indeed. Very much so. I no longer feel the oppressive societal weight to eat healthily bearing down upon me. Why, I've gained 10 pounds already. If I am not the person for it, I would be most surprised. Do tell. I normally might, but my cousin, the warden there, freely enjoys stringing up Auntie's Choice sympathizers, and Marilyn would grant no reprieve to family. That seems neither prudent nor wise. I value my neck and do not intend to hang. Why, that sounds like something only a true get-up-and-go-getter would have the sand for. Well, all right then. I will pack my things and head out in due course. Glad this world has folks like you just going around helping people realize their enormous unrevealed potential. I, for one, am the better for it.
feel strange. In a good way. Auntie's documentation doesn't describe the side effects of grafting with a Crabble, but so far, not hearing complaints from me. I'd say this officially puts me back in full fighting form. If you ever thought I might slow you down, you can give those fears a kiss goodnight. I appreciate that, Commander. I got a good feeling about this partnership of ours. Just want to reiterate that I'll make good on my end of the deal. I plan on proving my worth to you and to Auntie, no matter what it takes. I expect we're going to have quite the adventure together. I appreciate you hearing me out. We should move on.
The others appear to be acclimatizing well to this purposeless existence. Well, hello. You appear burning with purpose. Is everything all right? Has something occurred? Judging by the waves of consternation wafting off of you, your other options must have failed. Yes, I know of a means in, but you must do something for me there. Even though I no longer am of the Protectorate, I do care for its subjects. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It saved many lives. The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing Protectorate law. Marshal Corbin. As with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part. Seek him out at the Vox Relay, conscript him with the writ, and this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen. If Corbin becomes the highest-ranking officer alive, no one will be able to contradict his accounting of events. The Protectorate execute connivers and schemers. Corbin must appear forced to take down Montelli in the moment. It cannot feel like a plotted coup. Good, good. Here is the writ. Farewell now.
These riffs got me awfully perturbed. In reality, hard enough.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. It seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientician. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? No. No. You didn't know her. Not like I did. Like I thought I did. Damn it. I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known he wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy. We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangulum. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers. Ain't cynical if it turns out true. DeVries was willing to sacrifice us. I have to know what for. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic. Real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks. Used to think they were good people trying to do right by their beliefs. But if they put the idea in DeVries' head to leave us for dead, might be time I reassess that opinion. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, void, even capital. I know how most colonies run. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. That's different. Everything we've done so far has been for the mission, to save everyone. You forget we're on the same side here, Commander? I'm not the only one DeVries wronged. She robbed you of 10 years of your life. Don't you want recompense for that? No. But it might keep her from stealing more years from someone else. Or doing worse still. Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. DeVries sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
You've returned, but where are the others? Hold a moment. What's that in the sky? A Protectorate transport? What in the blazes was that? What of my team? That wasn't the vessel sent for them, was it? Tell me they were not on board.
A Sentinel worked them over bad. Only Audra was still alive when we got there, and she was ready to blow herself up to take out that ship. Luckily, we found another way.
Damn the Protectorate. At least you were able to get through to Audra, and still find a way to avenge our fallen comrades. And what of the cipher? Thank you. I was beginning to fear I'd have to decipher this intelligence the hard way. Perhaps I was mistaken about your commitment to making amends, Niles. Thank you for being true.
Can't fault you for having doubts. But I have changed. I am changing.
I hope you'll both forgive me my earlier disposition. I'm not normally so surly. Customers? Oh, you mean patrons. And they spit? How unhygienic. I haven't much to reward you with, but take this. It's something I had started on for Niles long ago. Hopefully it fits. This information came at a steep price, but I'll put it to good use. Expect to hear from me should our cause require further assistance from the Earth Directorate's best.
Got time for a debrief, Commander?
Eyes up, outsiders approaching the south gate.
You've brought me my poor, hapless cousin. If only it were under better circumstances.
I don't believe there is any circumstance, cousin, in which you would celebrate our meeting. Whatever you intend to do, I can only hope you do it quickly.
Matriarch, have mercy. So he has not only turned traitor, but he has also fallen prey to corporate manipulations. I thank you for bringing this to my attention. Look at you. Your lips are stained with snacks and Auntie's poison chalice. You have shamed our family.
Say what you might, cousin, but that sugary snack goodness was worth my life. I'd do it all again, had I an additional life to spare.
If only you had not strayed so far from home. Kadra, you know your orders. Now then, have you any word of Ida? What? How do you know this? Did she? That is heartening. But intent alone shall not suffice. Do you have proof that she followed through? Let me see that. Yes. Yes! This does appear to be hers. Unfortunately, there are reports of the Harvester having been repaired in the wake of her sabotage. Though her triumph may not have endured, it was a good effort nonetheless. Should Montelli deign to interrogate me for my associations, I'll be certain to inform him of her patriotism. Inspiring, isn't it? Ida's final gift to me was one of enduring loyalty and self-sacrifice. And I will benefit from it, just as she very well might have wanted. Since you have already delivered me Charlton, our arrangement is concluded. You may cross the bridge. Safe passage assured. Kadra, lower the bridge. Remember, there will be no negotiations, no staying of hands north of the bridge. If you step out of line, may the Matriarch have mercy on you. Montelli surely won't.
Commander, I think you and I need to have a chat.
You didn't so much as flinch, handing someone off to the Warden to be executed like that. Was passage across the canyon truly worth the price? But you didn't explore any other avenue, did you?
The Protectorate care nothing for the lives of others. You know this, and still you went and made a deal with them. This is exactly the kind of shit I'm fighting against. Lives being given about as much thought as a dime changing hands. I spit on the notion. This war zone is not your playground. Right. Ain't a stranger to tactics, Commander. But make no mistake, you give these folk an inch, and they'll crush the life out of you too. First chance they get. All right, I'll try to believe you. Should we get going?
Ain't no use lingering. Let's get across.
One step closer to the...
Of all the roads I imagined myself traveling down, never expected I'd end up hanging above one. Suppose they've noticed my absence in town yet? Surely they've noted a downtick in subject zeal. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Feels good, don't it? Helping folks like Zeb and Audra hit back against the Protectorate. Almost like being back with the Earth. Yeah, it's easy to focus on all that's going wrong, but wins ought to be celebrated too. Wait, hold on. You can make balloon animals? That's a darn shame. And here I was hoping you might make me a canid. Shucks, Commander. I'm gonna get... Thanks again for going... Sure.